Hello students, welcome to Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Chapter 2 Functions of Management Part 2. Students, in the earlier presentation, we had learnt about planning, that how planning is the first and the basic function of management. In planning, we had learned what you want to achieve, how will achieve your goal in the future. But planning is only not necessary. Along with the planning, we have to organize the resources to achieve the goal of the organization. So today in this presentation, we are going to learn about organizing, how organizing is important in the management to achieve the goal of the organization. Meaning of organizing. Organizing is the process of identifying, bringing the required resources together, such as man, money, material, machine, and method, grouping and arranging them properly for achieving the objectives. In planning, the management decides what is to be done in future, whereas organizing function decides the ways and means to achieve what has been planned. So organizing is a one kind of steps where you will identify what are the resources required to achieve the goals of the organization. So along with that, you will bring them together, all the resources, whether it's the physical resources or the human resources or the financial resources, and try to achieve the goals of the organization. This function is important for the execution of the plan which have been prepared by the top level management people. The synchronization and combination of workforce, physical, financial, and information resources are established in the process of organizing. So, synchronization and combination, it means we have to combine, we have to gather all the kind of resources which is very much necessary for the process of organizing. The term organization and organizing is both a different term. So first we are going to learn what do you mean by organization. Organization is used to denote the structure. It is a unit or a group of people who comes together to achieve common goals. Organization structure can be in the many forms like hierarchy, line organization structure, matrix organization structure, line and staff organization structure, horizontal organization structure, etc. It's a one kind of association where group of people comes together to achieve a common goal, that is the goal of the organization. So here we had learned about the organization and organizational structure. Now organizing means it's a process and a function. Process, it means it's a step which you can see on the right hand side. Organizing is a process where you will find out the identification of activities, grouping of activities, delegation of authority, and assignment of duties. So here you have to follow certain steps to achieve the goal of the organization. Definition. According to Mooney and Raleigh, organization is the form of every human association for the attainment of common purpose. It means organization is in the form of association in which all the employees come together to achieve the common purpose of an organization, that is the goal or the objectives of the organization. Second definition is given by the Theo Hamann. Organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activities of the enterprise and establishing the authority relationship amongst them. In performing the organizing function, the manager defines, departmentalize and assign activities so that they can be the most effectively executed. According to him, organizing is the process or the steps where you are going to group or gather all the activities or all the resources, which may be the physical, financial, or the human resources, and try to build a proper relationship between the human resources by way of authority and responsibility. Manager try to define all the roles to all the employees, try to allot the work in the different departments so that each and every employee will able to work effectively in the organization, which will able to achieve efficiency in the employees as well as the productivity of the organization. Importance of organizing. First point, facilitates administration as well as operation. Organizing process leads to identify and to group the activities. It means organizing function helps to identify the group of resources, and along with that they divide all the resources as well as the task to be done by the employees into the different groups. Grouping and assigning the activities is the task of administration, whereas processing according to its operational activity. Therefore, organizing facilitates or it helps administration as well as the operation of the organization. Due to proper grouping of the task and the employees, there is increase in production and reduction in wastages because we had divided all the work into the different employees, into the different departments. So that's why we are able to increase the production as well as we had tried to reduce the wastages. Along with that, there is a duplication of the work and proper delegation of authority is possible by the manager, which helps the organization once again to achieve the efficiency in the market. Second point, brings specialization. Organizational structure is a network of relationship in which the work is divided into units and departments. Students, we had learned earlier organizational structure. It means that the different organizational structure, as we had learned that some are the line organizational structure, hierarchy, matrix, that depends upon the which kind of organization it is. So in any of the organizational structure, the work is divided into the different units and different departments, which helps to achieve specialization in the various activities of the organization. And specialization always leads to increase in the organizational efficiency. Here you can see in the diagram also where one of the organizational structure has divided the work amongst the employee, which leads to achieve specialization as well as the efficiency in the organization. Third point, defines the job properly. Organizational structure helps in putting right man on right job, which can be done by selecting people for various departments according to their skill, qualification and experience. So, in any of the organizing function, only arrangement of physical resources is not necessary, but along with that, there is a requirement of the human resources also. So, in for that purpose, we have to select the right type of person for the right type of job according to their skill, knowledge, or experiences. It helps in defining the job properly and also helps to the employee to clarify what the role or what the job has been allotted to him. Fourth point, clarifies authority and responsibility. Organizational structure defines the role of every manager. This can be done by delegating authority to every manager and clarifying the way he has to exercise those powers so that misuse of power doesn't take place. So you all know that in every organization, every manager got some authority, that is the power to handle the situation according to himself or to take the decision according to himself. But authority is only not necessary. Along with that, he should also take the responsibility that if any of the task has been given to him or if he had given any of the task to his employee, then that task had been completed within a stipulated period of time or not. So that's why we can say that always there should be the balance between authority and responsibility. Well-defined job and responsibility always used to bring efficiency into manager, and this also helps to increase productivity in the organization. Fifth point, establishes coordination. Organizing function helps in establishing coordination amongst different departments of organization. It also helps to clear cut mention the relationship amongst the employees and their position and tries to mention that there should be the mutual cooperation amongst the employee. As we know that coordination is very much necessary because one people cannot achieve the goal or the target of the organization. Here even though to the left hand side I had given one of the image where I had told that coordination is the synchronizing the work of the team to achieve the target. If we will work in a coordination between the different department, then we will able to achieve the target, as well as there will be the mutual cooperation, proper relationship will be demanded or will be made amongst all the employees. So that's why we can say that coordination and synchronization between all departments and different levels of manager is also important for the smooth functioning of organizational activities. It means coordination is also necessary between the top level, middle level and lower level management also, which helps for the smooth functioning of organizational activities. Sixth point, helps for effective administration. Organizing function determines different positions, departments, activities and the role which are clearly structured. It means there are the different positions such as some are the chairman, some are the chief executive officer, some may be the supervisor, and there may be the different departments such as department may be the production, some are the HR department, some are the sales department. So you have to think that different position, different department and activities, all the roles should be properly mentioned in the organizing function. The utmost care is taken while placing the right person in the right job with the right authority and responsibility. Because if the manager has given proper authority and responsibility and if the manager is perfect, then he will able to delegate all the authorities properly to his subordinates. It helps to lead efficient and effective administration. Seventh point, helps for growth and diversification. The growth of every organization depends on its smooth and efficient functioning. So first we are going to learn growth and diversification means what? The growth can be in a two way. Growth can be if in the same market we had increased the number of products, then it is the one kind of growth. And another is that if we had entered into the new market with the same product, that is also the growth of the organization. And diversification, it means we had started selling the different products which is not related to each other in the same market or in the different market. For example, here I had shown to the right hand side example of the Reliance Industries, where Reliance Industries has diversified into the different market, some in the telecommunication, Reliance Retail, Reliance Wells, Reliance Electronics, Reliance Freshmart. They had entered into the different market which is not at all connected with each other. So that's why growth and diversification both is necessary for the organization if they want to achieve smooth and efficient functioning. Here, even though you can find out that there is the clearly defined roles and responsibility, coordination amongst all levels of management, and use of appropriate control technique always used to bring efficiency in the organization as well as organization able to grow properly. So that's why whatever the staff or the human resources you are appointing in any of the organization, there should be properly defined of roles and responsibility and try to manage coordination between all the employees so that you will able to achieve growth and efficiency in your organization. So that's why it is possible only when the organizational structure is well defined. So always before starting any of the organization, you should define your structure properly, where you are going to mention all the rules and regulations and you will plan all the things properly. 8 point creates sense of security. Organizational structure clarifies the job position. It clearly states the duties and responsibility of everyone. Job position, it means some of the employee in the organization is the manager, some may be the supervisor, and some may be the executive, and some may be just the workmen. So that the different job position of each and every employee. So you have to clarify the rules to each and every employee in the organization, as well as you have to clear the roles and duties and responsibility of each and every employee in the organization, because clarity in the job always helps in increasing efficiency in the organization, as well as it gives the mental satisfaction to the employees. Always try to give the job security to the employees by making them permanent in the organization. If there will be the job security, employee will work with full of commitment and dedication, which is very much necessary if you want to achieve your target in a particular period of time. Ninth point, scope for innovation. Organizing function clears the roles and activities to be performed. Employee can work by using their new ideas. So if any of the employees having the new idea, new process to make a production of any of the product, then every employee can use it in the organization. This provides enough space to the manager to develop talent and flourish the knowledge. Whenever training is given to the employee, it helps to develop the talent and increase the knowledges to expose new innovation new creativity in the organization. Innovation may be new changes in the method of work as well as the innovation in the form of new process in the production process. This is only possible only through a set of organizational structure. If your organization gives you opportunity to do some creative things, then only it is possible to make some innovation in the organization. 10th point, helps in optimum utilization of resources. This function provides different jobs to different employees according to the job specification. Job specification, it means the skill, qualification, knowledge, experience of an employee in a particular organization. Job specification is necessary whenever you are recruiting to any of the employees. Because of the proper job specification, you will able to specialize the employee in a particular field, and specialization always brings the maximum utilization of resources, and it also helps to achieve the desired result within a defined period. Thank you, students.